This is Louis Yurdell here. I'm in the Iron Asylum with Victoria Adelus, IFBB Pro Figure, getting ready for the Emerald Cup. Coming up in about 4 weeks. Victoria, we trained some shoulders today. Well, actually, we didn't. I just filmed you. You trained shoulders. Why don't you go in a little bit? I know you told me you got a lot of fans that are interested in a shoulder routine or why you train shoulders the way you do. Why don't you break that down for me?
So, yeah, I have a lot of supporters who really were interested in learning more about how I train shoulders. Over the years, I've been able to put on some good size in my shoulders specifically, and that's been through exercise, or through injuries, rather, along the way. So I really wanted to put some information out there about shoulders and, working around injuries, developing them in a smart way, because I think a lot of people, when they train shoulders, can really just try to throw around crazy heavy weight and not think about that mind-muscle connection, which is really important with shoulders. So the way I train them, typically I will do a high volume day and then a heavy day. Today was a little bit more high volume, so that's why I had you running around with me, following me all over the gym. So it's higher repetitions and lighter weight typically, and I just really focus on the squeeze. So we started with lateral raises. I really make sure I warm up, so that's why you saw me with some dumbbells, real lightweight, and making sure I get blood into the muscle, warm up the rotator cuff. I'll also do, today I didn't, but I'll also do external rotations with a resistance band just to make sure things are ready to go. And from there, I went into 2 working sets, lateral raises, with fairly heavier weight, 20 pounds, and then I worked up to 25, and then I did a couple of sets with 30-pound dumbbells and then broke it down into a drop set just to make sure I was really feeling that lateral head of the shoulder, making sure that I...
Does it get harder for you to contract and squeeze? You do that? That was a big drop set. It was like four or five. I can't remember. It was a lot of drops. I kept wondering how many, if we're going to run out of dumbbells.
I was going to drop you at the end there. Yeah, no, it does get hard, but I really like to keep it super high volume and just push as much blood in there as possible, stretch the fascia, get a good pump in the beginning of my workout. And it's hard, but I think that high volume really is effective for me and allows me to think about what I'm working. Sometimes it's I can lift the 30-pound dumbbells. Sometimes I'll start with 20 pounds and break it down from there. But from there we went on to single arm rear delt machine flies. So I like to start my workouts with my 2 favorite areas of the shoulder, the lateral head, the rear. I really have to be careful because I've actually had a shoulder injury, some tendinosis. So I've got some dysfunction in the muscles, especially on my left side. So I like to do unilateral training. So I break it down to one side. I can really focus on the squeeze. So we went higher volume again, did a few sets there, and then went on to a superset with dumbbell front raises with wide upright rows to target a little bit more of the lateral head of the shoulder again. And I like to do front raises with my thumbs up, again, because I feel like when I have my palms down facing the floor, that places a little bit more strain on the joint, on the rotator cuff for me specifically. So that relieves some of the pressure, still allows me to target the front of my shoulder. So from there, that superset, again, keeping it high, keeping it quick. My rest times were anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. As you could tell, we were going around pretty fast today.
Yeah, you didn't rest very much. You were pretty much right in it. Some sets, I think you just went right into the set right after you finished the next set.
I keep a close eye on my watch, so I make sure I time it, look at my watch, 30 seconds, we're back in. I feel like a lot of people spend more time chit-chatting and resting than they actually realize between sets, and before you know it, you look down at the watch and you rested 3 minutes and you lose the effectiveness of your workout, in my opinion. So I like to keep it fast on high volume days. And then we went on to shoulder presses, again because of shoulder injuries I've had in the past. I actually got hit by a car during prep once a few years back while crossing the road, so that's where my shoulder injury comes from.
That's a whole other video we got.
That's a whole other video, a whole other story. But I was actually not able to do shoulder presses for the longest time because of that injury. So now that I'm getting back into it, I keep my reps super high, real lightweight, slow controlled movement, 25 reps if I can. Just 40 pounds on that shoulder press machine is all I really need to get blood into that muscle. So, and then we finished it off with some single arm lateral raises on the cables. I love the cables because you get that constant tension throughout the movement, and again, keeping it really light, keeping it really high reps allows me to focus on everything that I'm working, every single angle of the shoulder, because especially for figure, you want to have that 3D pop on stage. And so to do that, you've got to specifically target each head of the deltoid. So that's what we did today.
All right. Now, I know you just competed a little while ago at the St. Louis Pro. You got 8th. There were 20 some odd competitors at that show. You're coming in the Emerald Cup. What is it you're trying to do now? Everyone always asks the question, what are you trying to do to improve, if anything, for the Emerald Cup?
I want to bring in a tighter package. The road to the St. Louis, it was actually a rough one for me. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to make it at some point. I was hospitalized 3 weeks out from the show. And so although I brought in my best considering the circumstances, I know I can bring a better package. So.
What were you hospitalized for?
Good.
That's a big thing. You doesn't just throw that out and walk away from it.
I actually was sent to the emergency room for anaphylactic shock. I took a sample of a pre-workout. I'm not going to name names. And my whole body swelled up like Will Smith in the movie Hitch, and I couldn't breathe, I couldn't see straight, and I was in the hospital for the day. And Kim saw me on Monday and was like, whoa, because I was on prednisone, epinephrine, I mean, you name it, my body blew up. So it was a scary, I was first afraid that I might die. Secondly, I was like, I have a show to do. So the fact that I made it to the St. Louis Pro was a win in itself for me.
Isn't that kind of crazy? A competitor, they're on the verge of death, and they're worried if they're going to be able to compete or not.
That was the first thing through my mind, actually. I was like, no, this is not happening. My face is not swelling up. I have a show to do. But no, it worked out. I think it's those moments along the way during your prep where, you are faced with challenges. That's what makes that end result so great. And that's what makes it a win regardless of your placing, for me at least. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. If you make it through the ups, the downs, you learn a lot through the process, and you better yourself inside and out, you've already won. So back to the Emerald question. I'm bringing in a tighter physique, no water retention from anaphylaxis this time around, knock on wood, and just polishing up my posing, working on increasing a little size if I can on the way in, so a little bit of fullness, and my calories continue to go up. Once I hit my first show, then things really start to speed up for my metabolism. We start increasing calories, and I'm feeling good, ready to just have fun. I did it in the MPC, that show, in fitness and in figure, and so I have lots of great memories of the Emerald Cup, and so I can't wait to hit it again.
Nice. So I know you said you're working with Kimoto, and so how is it, just real quick, how is it working with him? I asked all the Odo's Angels what it's like working with Kim, because I know Sabrina also works with him.
I love working with Kim. He's a straight shooter, and that's what I like. I don't like people who kind of, beat around the bush, and he tells it like it is. And he tells me, he's got a great eye. He knows my body. He knows when to give me hamburgers when I need it. He increases calories for me along the way, and he helps me come up with a great strategy. So I really like working with him. And I love that my fellow angels, like when you go to a show and you know people, there's nothing better than that.
Now, how is it juggling? You have actually a plethora of clients that you train for other shows. How is it managing that while you're competing at this high level?
I love it because I get to share what I'm passionate about with other competitors, and I get to tell them things that maybe I didn't know when I was going through my journey as an NPC athlete. I really try to be as transparent as possible with them, and watching them develop and grow along the way and succeed at shows, there's nothing better than that. It is a little bit of a balancing act in the sense that, I go through my own ups and downs through prep, so it can be challenging timing-wise and that sort of thing. We have some clients doing the Emerald Cup, so that'll be a lot of fun to be able to watch them compete alongside me, and I wouldn't be able to help our athletes without my co-coach over here from Team ABC, Josh Field. He also helps all of our clients too, so as a team we make it happen.
All right. Anyone you would give a shout out to, any sponsors or anything like that? This is your time. This is your time to say it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Renee Paz, she gives me my gorgeous suits to rock at every show on stage. I'm so thankful to have her support. Liquid Sun Rays, they get me tanned up, ready to go. They get my rays on. They get me looking great. I have really trouble skin, so somehow they make me look decent on stage. Dave's Killer Bread, Lightweight Athletics, Quest Nutrition, of course, and just, you Big Sexy, Dave Palumbo, RX Muscle. Iron Asylum, for having me on. It's really an honor to be working with you guys and shoot a fun shoulder workout. Hope you got a good workout too.
Yeah, the camera and the light, they're heavy, so.
Right.
Anyway, guys, Victoria Adelus on her way to the Emerald Cup. This is Louis Yurda with Victoria Adelus, IFBB Pro Figure in the Iron Asylum, rxmuscle.com.